So I used to think rerouting meant starting over, like burn it all down and rebuild from scratch. New city, new job, new wardrobe, new you. The whole rebrand thing. Nope, that is not rerouting. Now, I know rerouting isn't that dramatic. It's way quieter than that. It's more like you realize you've been driving in circles for months and you finally pull over to check the map. Not because you're lost. You know where you are. You're just tired of ending up in the same place over and over again. That path you're on right now, honestly, it might be completely wrong for you. And I think somewhere deep down, you already know it. There's that little voice, right? The one that whispers when you're alone at night or scrolling at 2 a.m. You're consuming constantly. 17 tabs open in your browser, 3 courses you bought on sale but never finished, 5 articles you're going to read later, podcasts queued up, frameworks, routines. All these things that are supposed to be the answer, it's all just distractions dressed up as research. Honestly, you're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not behind. You're just stuck in the waiting room of your own life, convinced that one more thing, just one more, will finally click. It won't. But you're closer than you think. Not because you're special or anything, because you're actually capable. You've got the ability. And capability without direction? That's just expensive anxiety, my friend. That's just spinning your wheels while convincing yourself you're making progress. I'm not here to tell you that you can manifest your dream life by journaling at 5 a.m. I'm not here to sell you a course, a blueprint, or a secret system that only works if you're already rich, connected, or naturally disciplined. I'm here to tell you the truth. You already have everything you need to reroute your life. The apps, the access, the information. What you don't have is clarity, commitment, and the guts to stop pretending you're trying when you're really just dabbling. This isn't motivation. This is recalibration. I don't have time. This is what you hear most people say. But you have time. Check the football scoreboard, time to scroll on WhatsApp status, TikTok page, and the rest of them. Really? You don't have a time problem. You have a priority problem disguised as a time problem. Rerouting starts when you get honest. And I don't mean the kind of honest where you post a vulnerable caption and get a bunch of heart emojis. I mean the kind where you sit with yourself, no music, no distractions, no phone, and you ask, am I actually happy with this? Not could it be worse, not other people have it harder, just are you good with where you're at? Because if the answer is no, or even if it's I don't know, that's your sign. That's the exit ramp. You don't have to take it right away, but at least acknowledge it's there. Most of us don't. We see the exit and we're like, nah, I'll just keep going. Maybe it gets better up ahead. And then a year later, we're still on the same highway, wondering why the scenery hasn't changed. Start saying no to plans you don't want to be at. Unfollow people who make you feel bad about yourself. Admit that the thing you thought you wanted, you don't want it anymore, and that's okay. These principles I'm about to mention will guide you to a large extent. First principle, you need systems over feelings. You can't rely on motivation. Motivation is a part-time employee who calls in sick every Monday. What you need is a system, a repeatable process that runs whether you feel like it or not. Example, you want to get fit? Don't wait until you feel motivated to go to the gym. Schedule it. Same time, same days, no negotiation. The decision is already made. You're just showing up. Second principle, subtraction before addition. Most people try to add more to their lives. More habits, more goals, more hustle, but you're already overloaded. The real power move? Subtract. Cut the dead weight. Unsubscribe from the newsletters you never read. Delete the apps that steal your attention. Say no to the commitments that drain you without giving anything back. You don't need to do more. You need to do less better. Third principle, action over consumption. If you spend 10 hours learning and 0 hours doing, your output is 0. If you spend 2 hours learning and 8 hours doing, you've actually created something. Stop collecting knowledge like it's a trophy. Knowledge without execution is just trivia. Let's be honest. You have access to tools that didn't exist 10 years ago. You can learn almost anything for free on YouTube. You can build a business with a laptop and Wi-Fi. You can connect with people across the globe in seconds. You can automate, delegate, and systematize in ways that used to require entire teams. Your brain is going to throw every fear at you. It's designed to keep you safe, and safe means familiar. So it'll tell you, you're too old, you're too young, you don't have enough experience, you've invested too much to quit now. People will judge you, you'll fail, you'll run out of money, you'll regret it. You're afraid of being bad at something. That's what is stopping you. You're afraid of starting and failing, afraid of looking foolish, afraid of committing to something and realizing 6 months in that it's not working. So you stay in research mode. You stay exploring options. If you never really try, you can never really fail. Some of those things might even happen. But let me ask you this. What if you don't try? What's the guarantee there? The only guarantee is that you'll wonder, and wondering is worse than knowing. I don't have all the answers. I've rerouted my own life twice now, and it was messy, both times. I've made mistakes. I've had moments where I thought, oh God, what have I done? But I've never once woken up and wished I was back on the old path. Not once. The hard part isn't the change. The hard part is the moment right before the change. That moment when you're standing at the edge and you have to decide. Once you jump, once you commit, once you take that first step, it gets easier. Not easy, easier. Perfectionism is just fear wearing a disguise, and it's keeping you small. You don't need to be great on day one. You need to be willing on day one, willing to suck, willing to learn. Consistency is the key. The playing field isn't level. It never is. But the barriers to starting have never been lower. So if you're still stuck, it's not because the resources aren't there. It's because you haven't committed. And that's uncomfortable to admit, but it's also freeing. Because if the problem is you, then the solution is also you. Are you actually trying, or are you just thinking about trying? Are you building something, or are you just collecting screenshots of other people building things? Are you committed, or are you just interested? Because interest is passive. Interest scrolls. Interest saves posts for later. Interest says someday. Commitment is active. Commitment schedules. Commitment ships. Commitment says today. Sometimes what you think you want is actually just an escape from what you don't want. And those are different problems. Escaping something is not the same as moving towards something. One is reactive. One is directional. Look, I can't promise you that if you do this, everything will work out perfectly. Life doesn't work like that. But I can promise you this, a year from now, you'll either be closer to where you want to be, or you'll still be stuck in the same place, wondering why nothing's changed. The tools are here, the time is here, the opportunity is here. The only question is, are you? Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for the right time. Rewrote your life, not someday, today. You've got this. But more importantly, you've got to choose. Now go. You're not lost, you're just on the wrong road. Time to recalculate. Hey, have you rerouted before? How did you do it? Share your journey on this video's comment so someone out there can be encouraged. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, let me know your thoughts on what I just shared. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.